Hey guys, this is the Non-Portable Ant, and this is Arrow Season 3, Episode 1, The Calm. Now, it's been about 2 or 3 weeks since I've done my reaction to Arrow Season 2, the season finale of Season 2. It's because, I don't know when I'm uploading this specific video, but I know that a few weeks ago, like to you guys, to me it just happened, a few weeks ago, there was kind of like a 2 or 3 week gap between Season 2 Episode 13 and 14. Like there was like a 2-3 week gap between them. And that was because that's when I uploaded Episode 13, I had just finished reacting to Season 2. And I just sort of got, I just guess I got bored, kind of, and I didn't want to do a reaction for some, like do all the Arrow stuff for a while. So I just sort of gave up on uploading for some reason and started focusing on the new TV shows coming out and stuff, so I'm very sorry for that, but I am continuing now. Like, it's also been about 3 weeks since I reacted to the first episode of Flash. Good job on me. Also, Flash probably didn't help in any way, because honestly the first episode of Flash was not exactly the best, so I'm very sorry for that. And I do remember exactly, I remember most of what happened in the previous episode of Arrow, but it has been a while, but I know that there's a previously on thing about to happen, so I'm not going to explain what happened in the previous episode, because hopefully after watching the previous reaction you've come straight to this one, so let's just carry on. Okay, so from my understanding this episode is about 7 months after Season 2. That's my understanding. Is this Oliver? Or is it a copycat? You never know with this show. They're not showing... Okay, it is him.
Or is it Roger? I never know the difference. John, there's an illegal shipment of RPGs headed...
So, he's sort of now mini Oliver. Honestly, the only thing I'm caring about right now is what happened to Quentin. Because in the previous episode he started spurting out blood. Oh, they've changed it slightly. The arrow head.
Arrow just took down another one of this city's most...
I am going to turn you into corporate master of the universe. Those board members are going to be begging to sell Queen Consolidated back to you and your backers.
I'm confused. Are they dating or is it just
Lila has me trying
things?
to build the bassinet from hell.
That reminds me.
Oh yeah, and I also forgot. Oliver has a kid.
I figured since you and Lila are having a girl.
Now you cannot afford this. And you love her. You can told her so.
I was trying to fool Slade.
Yes. Except now the only person you're fooling is yourself.
Does he love her? Please, love her. I ship it. What is the ship name? Can someone please tell me? Between Felicity and Oliver, not Diggle and Oliver.
I don't speak Chinese.
And I told you, you tried to escape again. I beat you.
Nick. Oliver, hello, Shadow was teaching you Chinese.
15 to 20. His lawyer folded like a deck chair after I hit him with the evidence.
Does Laurel get blonder every season?
I cook him.
Well, if they told me press conferences came with a promotion, I would have told them I prefer getting shot at.
Good thing your dog doesn't give you choice.
And it seems that Quentin loses hair every season.
I can't hide that I'm glad that you're safe.
By certain mushrooms, my vertigo reveals the face of your greatest fear. As I was saying,
That was just creepy.
I nominate myself any of...
Would Would you like to go to dinner with me?
Yes.
I love it.
Calvin Nico just knocked over.
Someone is calling for tech support. Oh, you are going to get me so incredibly fired. Okay, I'm back into the city.
So how many jobs does she have?
You like Italian?
What?
For tonight. You like Italian, right? Everyone likes Italian.
Oliver, you're in the middle of a high-speed chase.
I'm multitasking.
I got him. He's in the sewer. I'm picking up his cell phone underneath. He's at the corner of Grand and Ames. And yes, I love Italian. Detective Lads, Captain.
This is
Lads
just weird.
is also in pursuit. You are welcome. I have to go.
I don't.
We're gonna have to try this another way then.
By beating him up.
Hi. Thanks for waiting.
Oh, no problem. I just want to buy this.
This.
Oh, this is how he's getting ready for the date. What kind of arrow is that? What kind? I mean, bow. What kind of bow is that? No, it's still Oliver. Yeah, he has a fucking rocket launcher. Or something like that, I don't really know what it's called. Well, all those other people are dead. Where's Felicity? Felicity? Did she literally walk outside of that building?
Is she okay?
With her in his hands?
Knocked out.
It's all over the news. Police and fire on the scene.
Yeah, I didn't think it was the best idea to stick around and answer questions.
So we don't think you and an explosion at the same place is a coincidence?
Hey,
Coincidence. Sorry.
it's a GPS tag. I found her in a jacket.
Huh. Bloody hell.
I'm here.
That actually scared me. He's very talented even when he's on drugs.
The Count might be dead, true. But his glorious narcotic lives on. With a few enhancements that will reveal to you your greatest fears, like gazing upon truth itself.
So he's seeing him as himself. He's his greatest fear is himself.
Welcome to my home. Dinner?
Okay, so the guy who was beating him up is now offering him dinner at his home.
Well, you don't care about your doctor's instructions then, since you're still going out in the field.
There is nothing more important to me than family. Thank you.
And he's trying to get the emotional side, and he's trying to be, and the other guy's trying to be impressive.
It's a good speech. Hard to top.
But he's going to top it anyway, isn't
Thank
he?
you all for coming out today. I promise to be brief. If not, I'll...
Get the son of a bitch.
Roy, come on, you can do this. I don't believe in you, but you can do this.
Back for more. It's as if you developed an addiction to vertigo.
Bloody hell. Sarah?
Aim it at the bomb. You're gonna freeze the thing.
Come on, quickly. We only have 30 seconds left. Is that Sarah? That is Sarah, right? That isn't Laurel and like...
You're right.
Dangling babies. Say it's never going to work out between us. Say you never loved me. Say...
Yay, we finally get a kiss, but it's under very bad circumstances, so I'm not focusing on it.
Barry out.
I woke up. I could use some advice.
This is the scene from
You're right.
Flash, which I saw in the previous episode of
And here I thought
Flash.
you used up all your League of Assassin vacation days. What are you doing here?
Okay, that was actually quite graphic. Oh goodness. Anyway, the episode, in that episode, okay, so originally I thought it was 7 months, but no, it's 5. After the events of season 2. So Lila and Diggle had the baby in this episode, which was very, very nice. Felicity and Oliver sort of went, well, they did go on a date. Explosions happened, literal explosions, and well, they both survived. Felicity kind of got over her wounds very quickly. Like, you know, miraculously quickly, and Roy is still working there. It's kind, I think, like he's sort of like Oliver's obviously been training him how to use the arrow, how to fight, just like him. So Roy is sort of like, as I've said, a mini Oliver or mini Arrow, and the main villain of this episode was a guy who was using the vertigo that the Count did in the previous 2 seasons, but making it sort of show the person who's been injected with it, show them their fears, so that he could easily attack them. And well, he did it to Oliver, and Oliver saw himself. And well, Oliver eventually got over that and managed to get him arrested. Quentin, after, you know, the whole spurting of blood that happened in the previous episode, is still having medical problems, and honestly it's kind of time for him to retire, because obviously he can't do any of the energetic thing, like kinetic things, really. He can't really do any of that anymore, because if he does, then he could die, and Laurel is very upset about that. And that isn't the only thing that Laurel is going to be upset about. Someone with a voice changer, most definitely a voice changer, shot Sarah 3 times and she fell backwards, her wig fell off. And she fell right in front of Laurel. Like, bloody hell. Now, I know that Sarah isn't going to die because my friend has made it so clear that Sarah is going to be in Legends of Tomorrow. Or at least I think that's the TV show that she's in. Like, so I know she isn't dead, but nonetheless, it is still traumatic, really, and shocking. So I'll be back with the next episode fairly soon. Bye.